I'm a D-boy, my pocket is a decoy. The plan was to make your girl bust like a...
What up, this your boy DMT, aka DMT The Rapper. Growing up, I was 13 years old when I started rapping, and my name was Double MT. It became acronyms for Devastating Microphone Trendsetter. A biological name my mother gave me is Marquise Maurice Taylor.
I have 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls. Marquise is my second born. I had to drive 30-40 minutes to Southwest Detroit every morning and take my children to school because I wanted them to have a better life.
So my father died in '98, right before I turned 8, and it was horrible for all of us. He died on New Year's, so the only way that we can get over all that stuff is if my mom's put us in church.
For his dad to pass, and then for me to just be the only parent. And I was asking God, how can I do this? He said, take them to church. Take them to church. And that's what I did.
We started getting active in the church, and that's how, obviously, I started finding different talents that I had.
He was playing the drums, he was singing in a choir, on the usher board.
Started rapping in the church.
And, you know, so we get to talking about where did he start and how did he come about rapping. And he told me he started rapping in the church. And I told him, I said, yo, listen, you gotta be the first.
They will have him on the program, DMT The Rapper, you know, and he will rap at different churches, and it was something different, but it reached out to the youth. The youth, they love it.
Who kept it real, I take the blame for it. So accept me for who I am. The same boy who loved rap since a youngin' but never changed for it.
The way that I think my mind works is you give me something and I try to make a bigger picture and figure out how can I maximize on that peanut that you gave me and make it a whole basket of them. All right, that's just who I am. I started going to an acting school in Detroit called Mosaic, all right, because I wanted to be an actor. I've always wanted to be an actor. I made up my mind. I said, they're putting other celebrities in movies because it's marketable. So if they put a celebrity, another rapper in a movie, you're gonna go see it just because it's your favorite rapper, even if you don't know how to act. And I know how to act. So I said, maybe I know how to rhyme. Maybe if I become a rapper, then maybe I can be a big star and then I go be an actor. All right, so that's initially why I really started rapping, because I've always wrote raps, but then I started taking rap serious because of my one goal of being an actor. And I knew that one day, if I become a rapper, then I could become an actor. What's up, it's your boy DMT, aka DMT The Rapper. Acting became secondary for me. So I still want to be an actor, but it's secondary now. Rapping is first because it means so much to me.
When I met him, I always noticed that his energy was just high. He was high power, and that always translated into any kind of music he did. And then when he would tell me to listen to these tracks, he would sell it to me like he was trying to sell a dream, like he was trying to get this record deal, like I was gonna sign him today or something like that. You know, he was always coming with that high energy. It would make something mediocre sound like it was worth $1 million. That is the power he had when he would talk to you. I felt that, man. I felt it made you believe in whatever product he was trying to push.
You showed me energy last night, and you showed me energy today. And you know how crazy it was last night. For you to come out here with that same energy after how we was partying last night, hey, I'll give you your props.
I always told him this, always rap about something that's real, nothing fake. Rap about stuff that's real, that's going on with you, that's going on in your life. This is what people want to hear.
So I went on Twitter and I tried to see if I can get on 106 & Park, because I see a lot of upcoming rappers on 106 & Park. So when I auditioned that, I went out there and I did a heartfelt song. I told you I rap about my feelings, but it wasn't a hit record because it wasn't catchy and dumbed down. All right, I wasn't a dumbed down rapper at that time. I was rapping real stuff. I touch on politics, I touch on like the streets, I touch on everything. And they told me it was good at BET, but it wasn't good enough. My second year, Pat Charles, I never forget it. Pat Charles, he told me, hey man, I remember you. You the guy that did the heartfelt song last year. And that was so impressive to me, and it meant something to me, because I'm like, I'm not doing this for nothing. I remember everything he told me last year, have a catchy hook, a sing-along, that's what the kids is looking for, that's what he told me, all right? And then also, and perform it with my same energy. He said, don't change nothing about me, just do my hooks that way. Man, when I did it, that man was so proud of me like I was one of his own. This is the writer of the 106 & Park, Blaze the Stage, and Freestyle Friday and Wild Out Wednesday segments. And he gave me a hug, a handshake, man, and he said, you're on. And when you come out here, kill it. And I won second place for, I'm telling you, I won second place for male hip hop. All All right. Now Pat Charles, the director, the writer of 106 in Park, I said, hey man, can you take me upstairs in the VIP booth and introduce me to all those record labels up there and those people, and so that way I can show them my plaque. I can, I let them know I won. He said, yeah, not a problem. Come on. And before I go up there, he said, hey, well, what you got? And I said, I got a CD. And he said, I can't take you up there with that, man. It was cold. Like, he shut it off fast. I can't take you up there with that, man. Next time, have a press kit. And I said, well, what is that? He said, Google it. And then he walked off.
I'm from Detroit. Dope. So I'm from Detroit. I've been here about 6 years now. And I moved out here. I knew one person. She believed in me. She moved me in her house, man. I barely knew her. I met her from BET when I won like this competition from the BET Awards.
Wow.
Right. So when I did that, I came out here. She believed in me. I started, working. I got me a job. And then it just crazy. It went from there.
When I won that, they sent me out to Atlanta, all right, to do a live audition as a testimonial performance of me winning 106 in Park for their new auditions. I was end up going to have to sleep at the airport because my performance. They put me up a little bit last, so my flight, I was going to miss it or catch my flight and not perform. And the whole reason of coming out there was to perform. So I made up my mind I was going to miss my flight, sleep at the airport because I didn't have enough money to pay for a hotel, and then I was going to catch a flight early that morning and go back to Detroit. This lady said, I want to manage you. You need somebody behind you. With that much passion, you can stay at my house. I got a 6-bedroom. I'll take you to the airport in the morning. That changed everything. She said, the way that I can help you out is if you come here to Atlanta. Talk to my family.
I said, I don't want to be selfish. I want you to pursue your career. I want you to do it. And I wanted him to get away from the people that he was hanging around, that was bad and doing things that would have led him in jail or dead. And I said, I want you to do it. And he said, you do mine? I said, yeah, I want you to follow your dreams, follow your passion.
Hey man, we about to go on this Boy Streets 945, shut it down, man. Do my little interview real quick, man. And show them how we get down, Detroit, man. What's up, boy?
I came out here to Atlanta. I stayed with her for about 5 or 6 months. Within that time, I went down to Underground Atlanta to audition for BET Awards Next Big Music Star. All right. So when I went down there, I had to go by myself because she worked. She was a regular person. She wasn't an official manager in the industry, so she still had to do her stuff. But I went by myself again, and I won. And when I won this Next Big Music Star, they flew me out, full paid expense trip to Hollywood to go to the BET Awards, walk the red carpet, do an interview, and perform on the pre-show. All right, and I had to choose one person to go with me.
Every year, we would have dinners and gatherings over to the house on the BET Award night, and everybody is sit and watch it over to our house. And I said, one day we gonna be there. One day we gonna make it and be there.
All right, and I had to choose one person to go with me. And when they called me, it messed my day up because I had one person to choose. I got my mother, and then I got this lady that brought me in her house out here in Atlanta. All right, she didn't show up to the audition, but she welcomed me out here in her home. And without that, I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't even be here right now. So I didn't know which one to choose.
He had to choose a person, and he chose me. My heart was trembling. They were treating us like we were celebrities. They treated us like from the time we stepped off the plane and stepped in front of our hotel, it was like doors was open, and just everything was exclusive. And I was just so glad that he chose me to go to Hollywood with him. I was ecstatic, and that just filled my heart with joy.
I ended up choosing my mom, and it rubbed my manager the wrong way, and she said when I come back from the BET Awards that I had to be out of her house. So either I was going to have to go back to Detroit, or I was going to be homeless here, or I was going to figure some stuff out.
He was telling me, Mom, I need money. I need money to push me there. I need to be signed by somebody so somebody can put some money behind me. And I looked at him and I felt it in my heart. I said, you're going to do it yourself.
I used to look at her like she was crazy, man. One time I got upset and kind of raised my voice a little bit, but I said, Ma, how the heck am I going to do that? All right, people putting $10,000, $15,000 into themselves. I ain't got that kind of money. How the heck am I going to invest in myself?
I said, but you will. You will make it. You don't see it right now, but you will.
That's the hardest shit I've done in a long fucking time, nigga. As I walk through the valley feeling humble as hell, putting on many personas like I'm David Chappelle. Mama thought when I grew up I'ma get hit with a shell. My temper was gonna get me dead or either locked in a cell.
He could have taken the easy route, knowing where he come from, and said, hey man, I can just get on these streets. I can sell drugs, I can do you know, these things to make this money. He decided to do it the honest way.
Came by the job looking for work. And all I can remember is his smile. He kept smiling, kept smiling. And I was like, is this guy for real? And he said that he'll be the best employee there. He never lied.
At the job, he started winning awards. Salesman of the month, salesman of the year. I mean, he was just doing everything in his power to come up.
He was basically here by himself. You know, and he was setting up shop. He had a girl back home in Detroit, and they were expecting it.
I have a grandson. Marquise had a son. He wanted to make it happen and raise his son. He wanted to be in his son's life.
He sat down with me and said, I'm gonna master how to sell. And I'm gonna make this money, and I'm gonna put this into my music. And I'm gonna make this work for me. And he did.
As a result of it, he got a promotion on the job, and it just took off from there for him.
Another DJ friend of mine introduced me to him. He like, bro, I fuck with him. So he's a hard worker, help him out, bro. And you know, we help each other, so, and his music.
I ended up getting promoted, and when I got promoted, that's when I started getting money. And when I say money, I'm not talking just 6 figures. I'm talking money. I never knew that the auto industry would pay you like that. I'm talking 100, 200, $250,000, and it's just coming in fast. I'm just 24 years old. I don't even know how to spend it.
He often came and asked for advice. And even if we came to him with advice, his biggest quality, he'll listen.
He was just a sponge, constantly wanting information about how to get better.
I would talk to him as if I was talking to my own son, telling him the stages of life. And I was telling him things that he found so interesting that he decided to do a song with me. The second quarter is 19 to 36 years old.
Stamina.
That's when you start your grind.
I got stamina.
You chase your dreams, chase your opponent.
Stamina.
And then you get to halftime, which is 37 to 38 years old. It's where you reflect and regroup. Because when you look back, if you ain't got it then, you gotta get it now.
I called him up one day and I said, Marquise, I said, I'm gonna come to Georgia one day. He said, yeah, right, Ma, you ain't moving nowhere. I said, yeah, I am.
He brought his mom and his sister and his brother, and from one thing led to another, to apartment, to like a baby mansion. You know, I mean, everybody's doing well.
So he did his research on how to build a house. He started having a house built, and I'm like, wow, this is just unreal. Like, you're not going to look at a house, you're getting a house built.
I was taught to keep my head up like I'm looking out of space. I learned to keep my head up and stack for rainy days. I'm doing good now, I just hope they never change. I came up, I know it make you sick, I hope you throw up. Throw it in their face and rub it in like some makeup. I ain't got no time for mistakes that I can't make up. Only live once, if you sleep you better wake up.
I felt your energy in the interview, and I already knew from there on that you was a star.
When I tell you I think of bigger pictures, everything that I do, it's all revolved around that one main concept that I want to do, is be a rapper. I thought in my head, I said, I need to go to the biggest strip club here, so I chose Follies. I went to Follies, I bought a section every Sunday, that's their busiest day. Every Sunday I bought a section. I threw money every Sunday to my song, all right, until these people knew who I was. I started talking to DJ John, and he started seeing the passion that I had, and he started managing me. And when he started managing me, it opened up from there. He started introducing me to Drummer Boy and Jay Nix from Hot 1079.
Oh man, #1 song on the countdown, #1 song on the #1 night show. This is what we do. #1 city. You feel me?
Zaytoven, I got a track with Zaytoven.
What's up, man? Your boy Zaytoven checking in right here, ATL Street, 1145. What's up, man? Boy DMT, man. What it
do? Secure the bag, full of money. I need it bad. 50s, 100s, no more deposits. I'll be trying to get the whole thing.
Wow. I can remember the first time I heard him on the radio. My heart was beating so hard. I just wanted to call people, and I called him. It's just like, it was just so like, wow, he's on the radio.
now I get played 4 or 5 times a week on the radio. Consistently. I have a song called Equal Opportunity right now. I'm getting ready to drop an album, and it's impressive to me because I actually have a fan base now. I was able to do a lot of things that I said I would do when I get a record deal, and I'm doing it before the record deal. So I'm independent, but people think that I'm just a major artist, I'm signed, but I'm not. I still got a long way to go, but I do it all by myself.
That's something impressive. It wasn't an image thing with him. He wasn't trying to, be something he's not. He's DMT. And that's who he is. And, some cats try to, play the role, out there, I'm this big time, drug dealer, whatever the case may be, man. That's not DMT, man. DMT came honestly. Came to work, wanted to work hard, wanted to get that money, and he did.
He's not a wannabe. It's in his heart. So this passion that he has, it's like a heartbeat. It's a heartbeat, and he just strives to be better, better, and better, and I see it.
The one word that comes to mind when it comes down to DMT, Detroit Marcus Taylor, devastating microphone trendsetter, he's a winner. And to me, he wins at everything.
I just want y'all to know my story of where I come from, because a lot of times people look at me now driving a Escalade, they see me with the jewelry on, they see me sauced down with the Fendi on, the Louis on, and they just think that I was Silver Spoon. I come from the suburbs, they don't know who I am. So I have to do this to let you know where I come from, and I haven't always had this. This ain't been 10 years, 15 years. This been 4 years, 5 years. This is new to me just like it's new to y'all. So I don't ever want nobody to think that I didn't work for this, because, man, the reason why you see all of this is because I ain't never had nothing. And it feels good having a day. And that's why I do what I do. To see the people that I love, the people that's around me happy, and for me to give to them so they don't have to work as hard as I did for them to have it. Because that's what it's all about. It's the other people that's around you that you love. It's DMT.
Memories tonight is what we all gon' live for. Equal opportunity, so what you hate for? Wait my turn like I'm standing in the stove. You gave me the power every time you told me no. She so bougie, she not talking to you if you broke. Hit that shit so good she started calling me the